Hey guys, Andy here. I'm in my car again for the first time in like several weeks because I'm on spring break now. Um, I'm not really sure. Well, okay, that's a lie. I know why I'm making this video. I don't know if I'm going to make it public or not, but it's basically like, long story short, this last quarter has been pretty stressful for me for reasons I may or may not detail in the deltarune stream that I might be doing tomorrow. I might stream myself replaying deltarune tomorrow, maybe even playing it all in one sitting. I'm not sure. I mean, it's spring break. I really don't have anything else to do. So yeah, I might go into more detail about that tomorrow if I do stream, but essentially I haven't been doing too well thanks to school and my work ethic and stuff, but I submitted all my finals today. They were late, and also one of them wasn't very good, but I mean, that's the price I pay for missing lectures and stuff. But yeah, that's the update. But the reason I'm making this video is just, this is gonna sound kind of silly, but basically I listened to Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd in the car, which I hadn't done in like at least several, if not a year, like at least half a year. I listened to the whole thing, and I was very strongly reminded of why it's my favorite Pink Floyd album, and why it's one of my favorite albums of all time. Like that, I there's this weird thing that goes on with me. I'm not sure if anyone else can relate to this, but like a lot of the times I'll find myself reminiscing about, you know, like a game I really loved, or like a song I really like, or a really cool book series or something. I'll be thinking about that and how much I enjoyed it and how cool it was or is, and it'll make me sad for some reason. Like on Friday night I was just laying in bed minding my own business, and I started thinking about Undertale, just specifically Undertale, the Genocide route. I'm not sure why Genocide route specifically, but like I was literally like on the verge of falling asleep when all of a sudden I just started thinking about like Undying and Dying and going like, oh my god, Undertale was such a good game, dude. Like, what a fucking masterfully crafted game. And I just thinking about it, the more I thought about it, the more like upset and sad I got. And I'm not really sure why. I think it's partly nostalgia, partly like melancholy, bittersweetness of nostalgia, that whole thing. Partly I think it's because of a really weird sensation I've described before, which is the feeling that like a feeling that happens usually late at night for me, where I just think about like there's so much stuff to do in this world, and there's so much like amazing content and things. There's a guy behind me who's like literally, okay, that kind of had me nervous. I turned on my turn signal to get into my neighborhood, and he turned his on at the exact same time, but he was going into a different neighborhood. But like I'll literally get super upset just because I'm thinking like there's so many web comics and video games and series that what the fuck?
That, you know,
I turn on the radio on accident, whoops. But just all that stuff, and I'll be like, damn, there's so much stuff out there I could be getting into, and it's like I only have so much time to do so, right? Because you only have so much time in your life, and it's something that can get really overwhelming for me and sad. And also another related to that is this: I'm not sure if Inferno Omni, the YouTuber, he's like a Smash YouTuber. He's really cool, one of my favorite YouTubers. But one of the videos he uploaded to his channel, like he uploaded an Undertale Let's Play, and he titled the part of the Let's Play where he goes through New Home and listens to the monsters tell the story of like Asriel and Chara. He named that part of the Let's Play, I'm trapped in a glass case of emotion, and I'm not sure if he came up with that term himself, but either way, I think it's a very apt description of how I feel sometimes, because it's like, sometimes I'll like think about, you know, like Undertale or like a really good song like or album like Dark Side of the Moon, and I'll get emotional thinking about how good it is and how amazing it was, but I don't want to listen to the song or play the game or watch stuff about the game, even though I'm thinking about how amazing the said thing is. And I think it's because of a weird sense of like a really good example that's been happening to me the past few days is the song Divinity by Porter Robinson. I listened to there was about a week back in like senior year of high school where I listened to that song a bunch of times, and I even wrote one of my favorite comments that I've ever written on there, which is like a subtle plug to check that comment out because I really spent a lot of time on it and I think it turned out really well. But that song is extremely good and it makes me super emotional every time. And the past couple days I've been looking like that song has just been playing in my head every so often, and it'll be like I want to listen to it because it's been on my mind and I'm thinking about how amazing of a song it is, but I know for a goddamn fact that if I listen to that song I'm going to cry, and I'm just gonna like tears are gonna start flowing. All these emotions that I've been building up inside of me, from stress, from frustration, from sadness, etc. All these emotions I've been building up since this quarter started will just erupt out the moment I start listening to Divinity, or any such song like that. And so it gets to this weird dilemma where it's like I feel like overwhelmed by all these emotions bubbling up inside of me, and I don't know what to do, and I feel cornered and trapped, but I don't want to listen to the thing that would set me free because I don't want to deal with like the onrush of emotions, right? But after listening to Dark Side of the Moon in the car right now, I think I feel quite a bit better. Like, as I said, I felt kind of meh this quarter because just I haven't been performing very well. I don't think my grades this quarter are going to be really good, and just various other stuff that has been inconveniencing me. But after listening to that, it kind of reminded me of this one time at the end of last year's spring break, actually, I think, or sometime last year at least. I was like, this was like right before I was gonna head off to college, and I just felt like a statue. Like I felt like I could not feel any emotions no matter what. Like, that sounds kind of weird. I feel like I'm probably exaggerating a bit, but like I couldn't bring myself to feel sad or scared or upset about anything. I couldn't bring myself to feel excited about anything. Like, everything was just like passing me by, and I was like terrified of the fact that I wasn't feeling anything, and that was kind of the only thing I was feeling, and it was really distressing to me that I was trapped in this glass case of emotion. But the problem was solved after I listened to Empire Ants by Gorillaz, my favorite song of all time, and I took matters in my own hands. And after I listened to that, I just felt so much better. Like, it was almost surreal how much better I felt after I listened to that song. And kind of a similar situation here. Also liken it to remember I mentioned this in my personal server once, when I was heading to China on like the 17-hour fucking plane ride. I listened to Gotta Be Quiet because my parents are asleep. But yeah, it was like, I'm gonna play some Skyrim, by the way. It felt like when I was when I was flying to China, I needed to pass the time because it was a 17-hour flight. So I listened to the Undertale soundtrack for the first time in months or years. No, not years, but definitely months. And the reason why I hadn't listened to any songs from it in so long was the same reason I mentioned earlier. I felt like if I listened to any songs from the Undertale soundtrack, I would get overwhelmed with emotion and everything would just come pouring out, and I wasn't sure if I could handle that. And so when I listened to the Undertale OST for the first time on that plane ride, I literally described it as like, in my personal server, I described it as, it felt like I was seeing color for the first time in forever. It seriously felt like I'd woken up or something. And it's just that feeling. It's a weird feeling. It's really odd. I don't know if anyone understands what I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to get at here is that listening to Dark Side of the Moon just now really helped me feel a little more like myself, because like something that's been on my mind a lot is a lot of the times I felt like college is sort of draining me and sapping me of who I am, which is mostly my fault considering I don't use my time very well. But it's like sometimes I do feel like Sometimes I do feel like college is like making me lose sight of who I am, and that I'm losing my sense of identity and stuff. But stopping by, shit. I was trying to prop this thing up against like a soda can. That didn't work. Yeah, just use the Pringles container, you idiot. Actually, no, that doesn't work either. Well, shit. Using the box. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay, that works. Oh my god. Whatever, you don't need to see the Skyrim anyway. Sorry if that was like really loud, by the way, like the phone falling over. But yeah, like case in point, back in college, I wouldn't have, or even like earlier tonight before I went out driving and listening to Dark Side of the Moon, I wouldn't have felt like confident. I don't know. Like I wouldn't have had it in me to. I wouldn't have felt like. I would have had. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't have felt enough like myself to record this video that I'm recording right now, and recording myself playing Skyrim or something. Like, why would I do that? Like, that's stupid. But I don't know. Like, just being able to listen to that song, like those songs, and just scream out the lyrics in the car, and just being able to let out all that emotion finally, even after I force myself to like bottle that stuff up in fear of what it's like when it gets released. I don't know. It's really refreshing, and I feel very grateful for having done so. And yeah, I mean, basically I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, that's really the only reason why I recorded this. And I do feel in the mood to like talk to people and like hang out and chat with people, but it's like 3 a.m. on a Sunday, and I don't want to do that to anybody. Like, if anyone's awake right now, I don't want Shrine at Talos. What does this do? Okay, what does that do? Active effects. I don't know, but whatever. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, no, I'm not dead. Okay. Sorry, this video is getting really off topic. But yeah, I mean, I really want to like talk to people and hang out right now, but yeah, I don't want to keep people awake, especially if they have school tomorrow. So yeah, maybe I'll upload this, maybe not. I really don't know. Thank you guys for being patient with me throughout college. Thank you for sticking with me throughout the journey of going to college and stuff. And just thank you guys for listening if you did. I appreciate you all a lot, and hopefully we can do some fun stuff this spring break. That'll be great. All right, I'll see you guys later. Maybe even later tomorrow. Who knows? I mean, later today when we do some deltaruning. Maybe. I don't know. Well, okay. Bye.